N-400 Interview Part 2, Reading and Writing Test Practice for U.S. Citizenship 2025.
All right, David, welcome back. You did a great job with the first part of your civics test. Ready to continue with the next set of questions?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's continue.
Question 36. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4th, 1776.
That's correct. July 4th, 1776 is the date the colonies officially declared independence from Great Britain. Question 37. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Answers will vary.
That's fine. Make sure you know the names of your current senators before the interview day. Question 38. What did Susan B. Anthony do?
Fought for women's rights.
That's absolutely right. She was a leader in the women's suffrage movement and worked for equal rights. Question 39. Who signs bills to become laws?
The President.
Yes, the President signs bills passed by Congress into law. Question 40. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military?
The President.
Correct. The President has authority over the U.S. Armed Forces. Question 41. What movement tried to end racial discrimination?
Civil rights movement.
Yes, the civil rights movement aimed to end racial segregation and promote equal rights. Question 42. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
To print money.
That's correct. Only the federal government can issue currency. Question 43. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
That's right. The pledge is a way of expressing loyalty to the nation. Question 44. Name your U.S. representative.
Answers will vary.
Okay. Be sure to check who your district's representative is before the interview. Question 45. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Yes, Franklin D. Roosevelt led the country during both of those major events. Question 46. What is the capital of your state?
Answers will vary.
That's fine. Just remember to know your state capital. Question 47. Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
Exactly. Each star represents one of the 50 states in the Union. Question 48. What is the rule of law?
Everyone must follow the law.
That's right. No one is above the law, not even government officials. Question 49. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States?
Pacific Ocean.
Yes, the Pacific Ocean lies along the western coast. Question 50. Why do some states have more representatives than other states?
Because of the state's population.
Correct. States with more people have more representation in the House. Question 51. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life, liberty.
Yes, those are two of the unalienable rights listed in that historic document. Question 52. When was the Constitution written?
1787.
That's correct. The U.S. Constitution was drafted in 1787. Question 53. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States.
Mississippi River.
That's right. The Mississippi River is one of the longest in the country. Question 54. Who is the governor of your state now?
Answers will vary.
Good. Just remember to check who your governor is before the interview. Question 55. Who did the United States fight in World War II?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
That's correct. Those were the main Axis powers the U.S. fought during the war. Question 56. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The vice president.
That's right. The vice president takes over if the president can't serve. Question 57. Who does a U.S. senator represent?
All people of the state.
Yes, a senator represents everyone in their state, not just those from a particular district. Question 58. Name two national U.S. holidays.
New Year's Day, Christmas.
Correct. Those are both recognized national holidays in the U.S. Question 59. We elect a president for how many years?
4.
That's right. A presidential term is 4 years long. Question 60. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Be loyal to the United States.
Yes, that's an important part of the oath of allegiance. Question 61. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years?
2.
That's correct. House members serve 2-year terms. Question 62. How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
That's right. There are 27 amendments to the Constitution. Question 63. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
Civil War.
Yes, the Civil War was one of the most significant conflicts of that century. Question 64. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
That's correct. Those words show that the power of government comes from the people. Question 65. What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
Yes, that's our national anthem, written during the War of 1812. Question 66. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
The Louisiana Territory.
That's right. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the country at that time. Question 67. In what month do we vote for president?
November.
Correct. Presidential elections are always held in November. Question 68. Where is the Statue of Liberty?
New York Harbor.
Yes, the Statue of Liberty stands proudly in New York Harbor. Question 69. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Crow.
That's right. The Crow is one of the many Native American tribes in the U.S. Question 70. What is the political party of the president now?
Check at the time of your interview.
Exactly. Make sure you know the president's political party before your interview.
Wow, that was a lot of information, but I feel more confident now.
You're doing great, David. You've made it through 70 questions already, and you've handled them very well.
Thank you. I've been using a lot of practice tools, flashcards, apps, and I even practice out loud with friends.
That's an excellent study strategy. Combining different methods like reading, listening, and speaking helps strengthen memory and confidence.
I've noticed that understanding the why behind some answers helps too.
Absolutely. When you connect answers to real history or daily life, it becomes easier to remember. For example, linking the Constitution's principles to current laws or rights.
That really helps, especially for topics like amendments or government structure.
Keep reviewing consistently, especially the questions that vary based on location, like your senator, representative, and governor. And remember, it's not just memorizing. You're learning what it means to be a U.S. citizen.
That's true. Thanks for the guidance.
You're welcome. Let's take another short break, and then we can move on to the final part of your interview.